All right, Shalom. Kala and Lai, Habashim, Shabashim, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom. Salakia, this video, this lesson was interrupted because I received a phone call. For some reason, it stopped me from recording when I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. But we're gonna get back into the lesson. Um, Ezekiel 20, chapter 38, verse 4. It says, "And I will turn thee back." Speaking about Russia, it says, "And put hooks in thy jaws," because remember, Russia used to be called the USSR, and that eventually broken up. But the Lord is going to cause Russia to go back to that old Soviet spirit, and the Lord is going to turn them back to what they used to be. It says, "And I will bring thee forth in thine army, horses, horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." Because what is that talking about? The military, their military structure, their military power. Because this third, Lord willing, this be the catalyst to escalate to this third world's nuclear war. Lord willing, this is the beginning stages of it, and it keep escalating and getting worse. Cause we finna get up out of here. This is verse 5. It says Persia, which is talking about Iran today, Ethiopia, which is talking about Ethiopia, of course, and Libya with them, because one thing about Russia, they are allies, if I'm not mistaken, with these countries, especially I know for a fact Libya, but all it takes is a quick Google search to look up if Ethiopia, which if the prophecy says it, best believe it is, man. Um, but we know Persia for a fact, Ethiopia and Libya is with Russia, and all of them with shield and helmet, which is talking about with their armies. And there was a certain article or a video that showed that Russia was training some troops from Libya, I believe. So, you know, that lets you know whose side they're on, which that's according to prophecy. It says Gomer and all his bands, which is talking about the region of Turkey. It says the house of Turgamar of the north quarters and all his bands, which is to Georgia, Russia today in that area region. It says, "And many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." Now let's look up that word guard. This is the point. This is why they won't. They if This is why if Iran gets involved, Russia ultimately gonna get involved. The Hebrew word there is Salakia Mashamar. Yeah, Mashamar, which means place of confinement, prison, guard, jail, guard post, to watch, observance, guardhouse. It says guard post, act of guarding, which is basically protecting. Let me see. So America better be very decisive, which the prophecy gonna be fulfilled. They better be very careful about touching certain nations. They can't bully everybody, or then Russia gonna get involved. And they know they don't want that smoke with Russia. But ultimately, you're gonna fight against Russia anyways, because it's Bible prophecy. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem," which is talk about Israel returning to their own land, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into valley of Jehoshaphat," which that word Jehoshaphat comes from the Hebrew word Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh judge or Yahweh judgeth, "and will plead." The word plead, I'm sure, means to judge also with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Let's look. Let's see. Yep, the word plead means it is the Hebrew word shapat, which we got that earlier from the word determination, which means to judge. To enter into controversy, plead, have controversy together, to be judged. The Lord has what the scripture says. I know, brothers probably thinking of it. Controversy, controversy of Zion. Let's see. I don't know why that be on the NLT anyways. Yeah, I know it's in the book of Isaiah. No, no, hold on. Oh yeah, it is Isaiah. Isaiah 34:8. It says, "For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses," which means payback. Let's look up that word recompenses. Recompenses, which the Hebrew word is shalom. Wait, hold on. Is it? No, hold on. Slakia. Shala, shalom, shalom. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, because it looks like shalom to me. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, but it means requital. It means reward, requital, retribution, reward. Because a like the scripture says that every man shall receive according to reward, of whether it be good or bad. Let's get it real quick. That Hebrew got me confused a little bit. Ezekiel, oh no, so Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 14, it says, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." So that's what we live in terms of recompense. Let's look up that word requital because I don't know what that word means. So let's look it up. Quick search. Requital means return for some service. Hmm. It says act of requiting for good or for evil. To requite, it says to make return to make return for, to repay for good or ill, which means ill means evil. So the Lord is gonna reward you. He's gonna repay you for your evil. So a requital, retribution, a fee. You got because everything comes with a cost, right? You know, Esau, you got to pay the tab. So this Hebrew word for damn, what's the Hebrew word? Damn, Salakia, I forget. Oh, recompenses. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So let's go to the root of that word, see what it says. Let's look at the definitions real quick. Oh, which is shalom, shalom, shalom. That's the mm, this kind of sticks out. Oh, it says to be performed, to be repaid, be requited. That's exactly what the Lord is going to do. Oh, here goes some more good ones. To make good, to pay, to complete, finish. Because what? America's what? Finish. You know that America's time is almost what? Complete. And it'll be, and everything will be done complete once everything will be complete once America is destroyed. Concerning the destruction of Babylon, but that's the end of America though. Okay, it says to make good, pay, to requite, recompense, reward, to be performed, to be repaid, be requited, to complete, perform, to make an end of. So that's what the Lord is going to do to America, Babylon the Great, when He executes judgment via thermonuclear war. That is just the icing on the cake. There's going to be also other things that's going to happen before that actually happens, but we're focusing on the main event. You don't care about the little small fights. I mean, you care, but the main event is what everybody comes to watch. And the main event is the destruction of Babylon. Isaiah 34 and 8. I'm not saying all the other prophecies are not important, but I'm saying, we're focusing for this topic of this lesson, we're focusing on the main event. It says, "For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion," which is the Israelites. Let's look up the word controversy. The word controversy is rayab, rayab, which means strife, controversy, dispute. strife, quarrel, dispute, controversy, case at law. It says it's a problem basically. Contention, because ultimately the Lord is gonna contend with these nations because of all that they have done to His people. You know, that's why the Lord is gonna execute judgment upon them. Let's go back to the book of Joel, chapter 3, and I'm finna get ready to close this lesson now. Joel 3 and verse, hold on. Yeah, I think I was done with Joel 3. I just wanted to get the first two verses concerning the Lord gathering the nations. Well, I think it's actually also some more. Hold on, let me look. I'm gonna jump down to verse 11. You know what? I'm gonna jump down to verse 9 actually because I want to get the points. Joel 3 and 9, it says, Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Because that's what you're seeing now. You're seeing a prelude to that, you know, with what's going on between Israel and the Hamas region. But this is only the beginning. Lord willing, it keeps escalating and getting worse. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, which those are gardening tools, which basically is saying take the money that you're putting, you know, take the certain money out of certain areas and put it towards your military, you know, your defense contracts, you know, beef up your military, buy this, buy that, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for war because it's on the horizon. You know, it says, let the weak say I am strong. And a lot of nations are saying that because they have what nuclear weapon capabilities. They're able to make nukes, and that makes them a threat. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, because the Lord is preparing all the nations. He's bringing them over to the Middle East so He can execute judgment upon them, man. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh Judge, which is the Middle East area, Syria, in that area, sort of Syria, Iran, Afghanistan, in that area, man. You know, it says, For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Hey, like the scripture says, the harvest is ripe. It's that time. Harvest, and I forgot to spell it wrong. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13. Um, this is Yahweh Shah breaking down a parable that he explained to the disciples. Verse Matthew 13 and 37, it says, He answered and said unto him, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that soweth them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. It says, As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so it shall be in the end of this world. And the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of all his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth, because this is the judgment. That harvest is speaking about the end of the world. When, where was I? Joel. It also Joel chapter 3, verse, I believe it's it's a book of Revelation that says something about a harvest. Hold on, let me see. Joel chapter 3. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, I wasn't even reading in here. Here it is. Joel 3 and 13. Put ye in a sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fat overflows. That means it's time for judgment. It's that exact time. For their wickedness is great. So it's time for the Lord to execute that. Send those reapers, man. Execute that judgment. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision, which is talking about the Middle East. That's why the Lord is gathering them armies over there. Because he's gonna ultimately gonna execute judgment upon those armies. It says the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Right. We just had another sign in the heavens, a ring of fire eclipse that happened last. Was it even? It probably wasn't last Saturday, or maybe the Saturday before last, but it happened sometime this month. That's a sign of the things to come. Yahweh shall also roar out of Zion, because the Lord is going to utterly roar, and he shall and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth will shall shake. But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am Yahweh, that your power dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. So there's also a precept in Revelation I want to get real quick. I forget which book is it. Is it 14? Revelation 14. Here it is. Revelations 14 and 14. It says, and I looked, and I behold a white cloud, which is talking about UFO. And upon the cloud sat one like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. What does that mean? Yahweh Shai finna kill people, man. It's time for Yahweh Shai to execute judgment. It's time for him to come back and start killing people, man. That's what's finna happen. It says, and he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple in which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire. Because remember, those angels are going to be spitting concentrated fire on these people and burning them up, man. And cried with a loud voice to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth. That's what is that talking about? The Lord, those angels spitting that fire, man. Concentrated fire. Scripture say he had power over fire. What do you think that is? Angels gonna open the bottom of them ships and start spitting out laser beams of concentrated fire and burning people to pieces, man. It says Yahweh Shai is gonna do that when he comes back in 2nd Esdras 13. It says, and cast in the winepress of the I'm gonna verse 19 again. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress even unto the horses' bridles by the space of but by the space of 1,600 furlongs, Salakia. Because what does that represent? It represents a lot of bloodshed, a lot of people being killed. When Yahweh Shai actually starts to reap, man, he's gonna start to kill people, man. Execute Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. They're coming back to kill a lot of people. And World War III is also going to be a part of Yahweh Bashim Shai's judgment. But Yahweh Shai is going to also come back and execute judgment. The scripture says in Isaiah 63, who is this that is coming from Edom? Because that's what he's coming to judge you Edomites, man. Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, which is Basra is modern day America. It says this, which is the kingdom, the capital of Edom. This is that his glory and his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save, right? The chief angel of the Lord, man. You know, going back to the first Exodus. It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in wine fat, which is representing of a lot of bloodshed, man. Yahweh Shai killing a lot of people. The scripture says, Isaiah 66, 15 and 16, the slain of the Lord shall be many. It says, verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment, which is what representation of what Revelations also says. A lot of bloodshed, a lot of people being killed when Yahushua returns. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, which means it's mind, And the year of my redeemed is come. Let's read the NLT version. It says, for the time has come for me to avenge my people, to ransom them from their oppressors. Exactly. That's what we're waiting on. That's why we want a Babylon the Great to fall yesterday. So, like, this lesson is going to be war on the horizon. This is what we're looking forward to. And then America's will be destroyed, and our kingdom will be established. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutations to the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom, Kwame Yasha Allah, Wa Abad Baba, Wa Abad Adawam, Shalom.